My name is Rosina. I'm a banker, I'm a biker, an event planner. I let one out. Salsa dancer. Let's go again, don't worry. Hello once again, this is Salsarozie, and I'm welcoming you to yet another exciting episode of my YouTube channel. Now, if you all remember our resident nutritionist, Fred Amese, the last time he was here, he gave us some tidbits, superfoods that we can eat to enhance our libido. And there were some foods in there that were very, very shocking. I mean, things that we see like the tiger nuts, the gobe. No wonder some people like it like that. Those who like it really like it. I'm sure they know what it does to them. So I had to pull him back into the studio again and then to discuss some other pertinent issues that affect you, the men. Now, do you know that especially for men, there are some basic behaviors you encounter every day that could very much just affect your sperm count? Yes, you heard it right. Just I brought Fred back into Fred, how are you?
I'm good. Yes,
it's been a minute, it's been a while that we had you here.
Yeah.
Don't let us miss you like that too.
Sure.
Because you always bring juicy content. And you know, when you did the first one, I had people side by me. They didn't want to comment publicly, but they were side by me to ask, hey, so this one. So please don't be a stranger to us.
All right.
So first and foremost, what are some of the basic things, this day-to-day things that, you know, men tend to do that could actually affect their sperm count?
Okay. There are a few things, but before I go into that, let me give a simple explanation about the sperm production and why those things would affect sperm production. So, the human body, every male, when you are forming in your mother's womb, every human being starts out as a female.
Oh.
Before the differentiation occurs.
Okay.
And then the male organs start developing.
Okay.
So when the male organs develop, so like the scrotum, the balls, what we call the balls, it starts from the inside.
Okay.
And then when it's developing, it then drops down to the scrotal sac.
Okay.
The reason why it drops down is because the internal temperature is usually higher than external temperature.
Okay.
And the temperature required for sperm production is lower than the internal temperature.
Okay.
So when you've ever killed an animal, you will find that there's a lot of heat inside the animal.
Okay, yes.
Yes. So the internal temperature is always very high. So if the balls remain in there, they will literally fry. They cannot produce enough sperms or good sperms.
Okay.
So because God knows that if the balls remain in there, they will not produce good sperms, He brought them out into the scrotal sac. Okay. So when they drop, the path they use in dropping seals. If yours does not seal correctly, that is when you begin to have hernia.
Oh.
Where when you strain, the ball shifts
back up.
Or if you try to go to the gym or you do strenuous exercise, shifts inside. Those who experience hernia is because literally there's herniation.
Oh, okay.
So the hole has not sealed. So the brothers who agree with me that when the weather is very cold, the ball shifts closer to the body. The scrotum becomes tight and hard, shifts closer to the body.
Brothers?
To get heat. And when the weather is very hot, it drops. The scrotum becomes more relaxed.
Like goat balls. Forgive me for that.
Because it is dropping so that the weather is already hot.
Okay.
The body temperature is also high. It doesn't need extra heat. So it's dropping so that air can flow around.
Okay.
So if you do things to obstruct this natural cycle of giving good air to the balls, then your sperm production will reduce. So one of such things is bathing excessive hot water.
Oh. Okay.
You see, even in the days of old, before the advancement of science, they were sterilizing men by letting them sit on hot water and dipping their balls in hot water. Because the heat kills the sperms in the balls and eventually reduces your ability to even produce sperms.
Okay.
So if you're applying heat to the balls constantly, it will kill the sperms and then it will reduce your sperm production. And if it continues, you might even totally cease producing sperms.
Oh.
Yep. So excessive, if you bath too much hot water, especially at the time you like to dip yourself in the hot tub, too much of it is not good.
So what about soreness?
Too much of it is not good because the heat is getting to the balls.
So once a while you can.
Once a while.
And then you become temporarily sterile for a bit.
No, if it's just once a while, you won't even be sterile because the human cells even replicate.
Okay.
And the sperm are sperm cells.
Okay.
So they replicate.
Okay.
But if you exert the sperm, the balls to excessive heat, constant heat, that is when it will affect the production, and then eventually it will even cease production.
Wow. So I think we should make it a habit to bath, probably lukewarm water.
Warm water.
Or cold water, the best.
Cold water, the best.
Okay. All right. So what again?
Another one is wearing skin tight jeans or boxer shorts or any skin tight shorts or trousers undershorts. What it does is that it's forcing your balls closer to your body.
Okay.
And already we've explained that when the weather is hot, the balls try to move away from the body so that it receives fresh air. So you have to wear clothing that are loose on you so that your balls can receive the necessary fresh air. So if possible, go anti-pay.
Now, for those who don't understand what anti-pay is, that is dressing up without wearing underwear. Yeah. Oh God. Okay, but this one, the brothers will not be happy with you. Because see, there are sometimes I think that I know some people some men, I don't know why they do that though. They wear their briefs, they probably put some boxers, they put some shorts, and especially those who are very slender, because they feel they are too skinny, they wear all manner of things. I mean, I knew somebody, one time, long ago, where I used to work, like long ago, and he used to do that. He used to wear so many shorts under his clothes so that he could look massive when he's. So that means all of that, he was killing himself slowly.
He was killing himself slowly.
Oh!
It's not the best. The best is wear one loose undershorts. I don't even encourage briefs, what we call supporter.
Yes.
I don't even encourage that because that also pushes the balls closer to your body. So the undershorts.
The boxes, the loose ones.
Is the best. Or you go free, anti-pay. Let the thing dangle, let it be free.
Okay.
Then sitting for long hours, especially those who drive trucks. You are not in the air-conditioned truck. You are driving long hours. As you sit, the balls are trapped between the seat and your thighs.
Okay.
So your body temperature is directly getting to the balls.
And in cases where you have those cars that the chair is sitting on top of the engine, then that is even worse.
It's worse.
It's worse. Men are going through things. So.
Yes. So if your job requires a lot of sitting, it's advisable that once in a while you get up, you walk about, stretch a bit. In fact, it's even good for other parts of your body, like your spine, that you don't sit for too long.
Okay.
Yeah, apart from the fact that it helps in your sperm production, your general well-being, even in terms of your posture and all that, it helps that if your job requires that you sit for too long, once in a while you stand. If you're the type that you're always by the computer, then you have to sit. It's advisable that you get a chair that you can adjust, whereby sometimes you're in a standing position whilst typing.
Okay.
All this helps even in circulation of blood properly, so that you don't experience blockage of your veins and all that. So generally, these are the basic things that you avoid so that you can produce enough.
Oh, okay. That was very insightful. I mean, for some of them, I was a bit because these are things we do all the time. And you know, the men, when they dress with the tight pants fitting, and then look, now he said it all. If you want correct sperm production, correct, so that you can use it for whatever you intend to use it for, I think that you just take note of some of these three things. Let me just recap them. Like, avoid bathing excessive hot water, and stick to the lukewarm or rather cold water, which is the very best. And even for those who gym and all that, they advise that after exercising, cold water is actually better for the body. So too much hot water is probably not good.
Yeah.
Lukewarm is fine, acceptable, but cold water is the very best. Avoid sitting down for long hours, and as much as possible, use air-conditioned vehicles, right?
Yes.
So that at least it regulates the temperature of the environment.
Because the underlying thing is the heat.
The heat.
Exposing the testicles to excessive heat. So once you're able to regulate the temperature and it's good enough, that's fine.
Okay. And the last one is Operation Free the Balls.
Yeah.
Let them breathe. So as much as possible, avoid wearing very tight underwear so that you can, because, Charlie, all of us needed at least one sperm. Not at least, all of us needed one sperm to survive. So let's protect these assets. So thank you very much, Fred. That was very insightful. These are basic things that we take for granted, and we do. And I'm sure some of the men who are struggling with some of these issues, if they knew this, I'm sure they would have prevented it before it became serious. Yeah. So thank you very much. I hope you also got a cue from it. Once again, this is Salsarozie. It was fantastic having you, but I almost forgot those questions, the trivia questions, you remember?
Okay.
Okay, I have another one for you. And this one, because you're a nutritionist, I'm asking, hey, you're looking at the paper from the back. Hey. Okay, this one says, what is the weirdest thing you have ever eaten in your life? What is the weirdest thing you have ever eaten?
Okay, there's a combination I do that people find it weird, even though for me it's not weird. Wache and granite.
What?
Try it.
Wache and granite soup.
Try it. It's so nice. So I'm surprised you also find it weird.
It's very weird.
It's
weird.
Try it.
Wache has to go with black pepper. I don't even like wache and stew.
Try it. Wache and granite soup.
You're weird.
It's so nice.
Wow. Okay, now the second one. If you had to switch lives with a celebrity, who would it be and why? If you had to step in the shoes of a celebrity for 1 week, be that celebrity for 1 week, who would it be and why? It could be local, it could be international, any.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
Because there are a number of them, so I'm trying to see who. Should the person necessarily be alive?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I'm looking at having maybe what they stand for, what they stood for. I mean, if you have to step into their lives.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, why?
Yeah. Well, I like him, his resilience, and standing up for what he believes in against all odds, even when he knew it would cost his life. Yeah. Because everybody has to believe in something.
Hey, I didn't know we had a philosopher underneath the nutritionist. A man of many shades. Fred, thank you so much for having you on my episode, on this episode on the channel. Once again, my name is Salsarozie. Thank you for watching this episode, and I'm having another one coming your way with Fred, so stay tuned. Salsarozie.